It was crazy. Okay, the rest of you talk to me. I don't want this just to be me and Kelly. I want this for everybody.
I will tell you, I looked at my email for this particular Zoom, and I did not get that DISC assessment done yet, because I know you said it was to do that first, and then I was like, oh my gosh, that's 11 right now. So I just jumped on, and I'll watch.
Okay, did anyone else take the DISC that is online?
I did.
David, how'd you like it?
It was actually pretty simple and straightforward.
Here's why that's funny. I have twins. They turned 20 in 2 days. And one of them was home this morning and I made him take it. And he's sitting there taking it on his phone. This is a 19-year-old. He's still 19 for 2 more days. And he's like, this is dumb. Mom, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. And he turned out to be, I actually printed out his results because I thought it was hilarious. I totally pegged him for what he is. So David, what are you? I love saying, what are you according to the DISC?
I'm a producer.
A producer.
Yeah, not in movies either. I don't do that.
You're a straight D. Dang. Okay. Hi, Jermaine.
You have lots of people online.
I do have lots of
Such an
people
amazing
online.
class. Everybody should be here.
I know. I'm going to make a PowerPoint and do this and record it because this is important.
So good.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing it.
Absolutely. I love talking about the DISC.
Yeah, you do so well at it.
Well, thank you. All right. We're gonna get started talking about this. And here's why this is important. First I have a question for you guys. Do you like everyone you know?
No.
You don't like everyone you know and want to hang out with them and just are totally simpatico?
No, I think it'd be false to, actually say that I like everybody. I don't think that'd be an honest statement.
And why do you think that is?
Because I'm a producer, I'm direct and forward.
It's because people have different personalities.
Oh, that might be it too. Yeah.
There you go. Seriously, there are people that to me, and I am one of those, David. I have to say, I like most people, but I am such a ridiculously high networker. My eye is off the charts. My eye, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit different than Tony Robbins does the test. But there are people that it is just somewhat painful for me to talk to. Ironically, it's people, I find it hard to get along with people that are like me. Because we all want to chat, and I need people on the other end of that spectrum so that I can chat. Why is it important to know what, these different types of personalities? And the DISC has 4 main personality types, right? It's, I don't know if you can see this, the DISC. Now, being a high I have to tell you this, because this is very typical of a high I. The way the DISC writes it is capital D, small I, capital S, capital C. And I was getting really offended on why my letter wasn't capitalized. No one else would feel that way? Is that just me? Okay, just me. It might be. And after Googling, because I had to research it, I'm like, why is the I small? I'm not small, dang it. It's so they could trademark it. They had to make one of the letters lowercase. So that just shows me. So going over basically the personality profiles is what we're going to do today. And what we're really going to talk about is how do you interact with these different personality types? Because as real estate professionals, do I get to work with all high I's? David, do you get to work with all high D's? Do we get to work with just the people we like? No. We can, but we're going to have a lot more successful business if we can learn to work with everyone. Now, that doesn't mean you have to like them, David. It just means you have to know how to talk and communicate with them. Okay, so that's what we're going to dig kind of deep in this morning. We might go an hour, we might go slightly under. I'm not going to go over because I like to be prompt. But I seriously could talk about the DISC profile and personality types for days. So Take notes if you want. I am going to put together a PowerPoint presentation that is going to go over everything I'm going through. I just didn't have time because this kind of surprised me that I said I would do this a month ago. But I do want to put together a PowerPoint slide so you guys have this information. The basics, okay? The basics. In the DISC personality assessment, there are 4 main types of personalities that we are dealing with, okay? We have the D. The D personality, they are drivers. They are determined. They're kind of fierce. They want it done now, okay? They command the room. They are the high leaders. Most of the leaders within any organization that you guys see, they're going to have at least a pretty high D. I'm trying to find my page that absolutely explains what they are. Well, it's right here. You've met D's before. Okay. Now here's the funny thing, because I like to talk about my own assessment. I've printed it out here. In my, all right, the one I took, and I'm going to talk to Keller about getting deeper versions of these, because the one you guys took with Tony Robbins doesn't quite go as deep, okay? The one I took actually separates out my natural style versus my adaptive style. And what does that mean? The first one, my natural style, how do I behave when I'm just on my own, not trying to impress anyone in my natural environment? So here are my numbers because it gives me a percentage of my D, my I, my S, and my C, okay? So I'm gonna whip my glasses on here. I am an 88% D, 88% I, 51% S, and 8% C. Okay, we'll walk through what those are. But I want to give you kind of a little background here. Now it tells me my adaptive style. And this is how I behave when people are watching me. Okay, if that makes sense, when I'm around people and trying to do my thing and getting a little nervous maybe. All of a sudden, my D drops to 45. My I stays at 88. My natural state is an I. And once I tell you what an I is, you're like, yeah, I can see that. My S gets lower, down to a 22%, and my C gets higher. So go figure. I do not behave the same in my natural state as I do in front of people. I want you guys to be able to take this test, because what that shows me is I'm getting uncomfortable when I'm around people and not behaving like my natural self. And it kind of made me reflect on why my D backs down when I'm in front of other people, because my natural D is as high as my I. So let's talk about what these are. Again, the D. The D is the driver. They're competitive. They are innovative. They like searching out new things. They were the first ones to buy the iPad when it came out. Okay, they tend to jump into those new things quickly. Again, when we're talking real estate with a seller, they do not want a 1 hour long listing presentation. They want to see the comps, they want to see what you think their house is going to be like, and they want to see your marketing plan and know how you're going to sell it quickly. Okay, when it comes to buyers, don't show me the junk, show me the good things, show me the comps, what should I bid for it? And then they're gonna most likely bid because they're competitive and like to win. Okay, then we have the I. Okay, the I's are outgoing, gregarious, life of the party. I hate saying that because I'm high I, woo, life of the party. But I do have fun at parties. They can talk to anybody. They want you to be their friends. David, with your high D, sometimes we drive you crazy, okay? Because we want to talk. We'll get on a subject and talk. We have never met a stranger, okay? Us high I's. This is the only one I can talk definitively about. I embody the I personality, okay? So again, you want to be their friend, okay? You want to be their friend. They do move quickly. I would like this to be an interactive class. Hi all, Kris would like this to be interactive. Hannah's chiming in. Please, you guys, put your cameras on. I like talking to you rather than your names. Again, if you're not comfortable with it, if you're somewhere weird, I don't care. I don't care. I just want to see your face. So there we go. There's the chat. Now the S personality, and I'll tell you this about the S. S's make up the highest percentage of the population in the world. 39% of people are high S. Hi, Shelly. Are you high S? So, hi, Kayla. That makes me happy. Yay, I can talk to you now. So the S personality, they are pleasant. They are stable. They're kind of casual. They are friendly. They like to help others, okay? When you take the disc, there will be questions about, do you like to volunteer? Do you like helping others? That's the S personality. Now, the other thing to know about the S personality is they are cautious, okay? They don't like to be rushed. I am working right now with, I swear she's 99% S, and I'm showing her homes that are going into multiple offers. And I'm like, Carrie, we need to write an offer by 8 o'clock tonight. Does that make her happy? Absolutely, absolutely not. It freaks her out, right? She's like, I just can't make decisions that quickly, okay? Now the C, I discovered today that my computer science junior in college, almost 20-year-old, shocker, is a really high C. High C people want the directions. When they're putting something together, they're reading the directions. They want to see charts and graphs. They want to see the bottom line. They want to see numbers. They are the analyzers. Okay, they are analytical. They want data. Now, describing those, just describing those, can most of you say, okay, I bet my strongest trait is D, I, S, or C? Anyone? David, we already know is a high D.
I'm a high C. This is Maggie.
Maggie, well, and you're in the perfect position to be a high C because you are Jen's backdoor. You keep everything organized, right?
Absolutely.
There we go.
Clarity is power, big time.
Power. And I'm like, don't show me the numbers. Let's just go. Anyone else see themselves in one of those letters? I hope you all see something. Talk to me.
I sure wish I would have taken that test before.
Well, take it after.
Fascinating.
Here,
Yep.
now take it after. Now, here's the
Yeah.
thing. Don't just go into it mind open. Like really look at yourself and say, what do I enjoy? It's going to ask you things you like and things like that. Okay.
What was the one you said was in depth? Not the Tony Robbins, but you said there was a one that was a little more in depth.
There was one I did through a company called Workman Success, but I paid for it.
Okay.
So hold off on that because Sarah and I are going to try to get a paid one for our office.
Okay.
Because this is seriously one of the most helpful tools that we can have in our arsenal to help not only understand how we work, but understand our clients.
Right.
Okay. Now, here I'm trying to see. Hey, day one officially with. Oh, there we go. Maggie, I like it. Katie, you're jumping in. Love it. Okay, for the rest of you silent people, most of us, again, have one or possibly two dominating characteristics. Okay. Now there's usually a secondary one, and the Tony Robbins one uses that secondary one too. So for instance, my son, hold on, came out as a formalist, and I had no idea what that was because I'm used to just doing the straight DISD. The Tony Robbins one does go a little bit deeper, okay? When you guys do it, you're going to get all these combinations This is why David is an outright producer. That is a D. Okay, I came out as an influencer. So I am an ID. You guys, when you guys take this will make a lot more sense. So maybe we'll do a follow-up training after you guys all take the test. For now, what I want you to get in mind is when working with clients, okay? How do you, I'm gonna say this and then you're gonna go, what? How do you change your personality to fit them, okay? People want to work with people that are like them, right? Now, I'm a high I. I'm the type, I sit in an open house and every single person that walks in, I'm like, hi, how you doing? Looking at a house, is this your first time? Okay, and I used to do that. And I would pepper them with questions and bring out my big flamboyant personality. And I'd get people just going, oh my gosh, I just want to look at this house. So I have learned that I need to kind of step back, ask certain questions very calmly, and figure out who I'm talking to. Okay, so how do you figure that out? Okay, people that, so I want you to think about the high D, the high driver. Okay, they're ambitious, they're competitive, they just want to get it done. They don't like small talk. David, am I describing you?
Not necessarily. I think the small talk piece, it depends on like the environment. You know, if it's more of a social gathering, I actually enjoy the small talk piece and sitting down to get to know people. But if there's an objective at hand, I'd like to get to it.
And we're talking work here, right? We're talking work. We're talking a buyer and seller that is a high D. Okay. They really don't want to sit down and talk about their kids and talk about the Twins game and talk about this. They want to talk about the house. Okay. They want to know why it's priced the way it was priced. They want to know what are the taxes, what's the monthly payment going to be. They want to know how old the furnace was, when was, you know, how old's the roof, what are the newer things, what needs to be replaced, or the new windows. They're going to want information and they're going to want it fast. Okay, so when you come across a high D, give them the facts, ask them the questions. What's your time frame? You know, first, not are you working with an agent? Because we're just going to assume this is a client that isn't working with an agent, and we are trying to win their business. Okay, with the buy side, what are you looking for? Give me it in a nutshell. I have a buyer consult that I do that is 4 pages long and usually takes me an hour and a half. When I get with a high D, it takes me 30 minutes. Okay, because I know they don't want to get into all the, you know, what's your style? Are you more contemporary? Are you more, you know, do you like the Southern living look? They're like, here's the deal. I need 3 bedrooms. I need room for an office. I want a backyard. I need a fence. I have a dog, and they're going to get down to it. Okay. I'm talking to Zoom people. I see. Look at this coming here going, oh, because you're behind me too. Oh yeah, there we go. When it comes to listing again, you need to be prepared for the high D. Okay, that's you can't just come in and wing it with a high D. Neither can you have a 40 slide PowerPoint presentation for them. Okay, they want to know what are the comps. What are you going to price my house at, and what are you going to do to get it sold? I would absolutely line up a marketing plan for that, okay, and tell them what you're going to do. As far as communication, do they want to hear from you every day? What do you guys think? Those high drivers? Probably not.
I don't think so.
No, no. So I always set up a plan. I have one right now. I have a seller. He's an attorney. He is a very high D. And I'm like, Jeff, I'm gonna check in with you every Monday and Friday. We're going on the market next month. Once we've gone on the market, after every showing, I'm gonna give you the feedback. If you need any more communication, please let me know. Okay, this is the 3rd house I've sold for this guy. So I kind of have that D dialed in. And again, is it kind of hard for me? Because I want to be his best friend, a little bit, okay? But I've learned to adapt and work like he does. Now, the high I. How are you going to work with a high I? What do you guys think? They want you to be their best friend. You are going to ask them questions about their kids, their parents, their grandchildren. You know, what, you know, are you married? Do you have an animal? Oh my gosh, let me see pictures of your dog. They want to be friends first. If you try to go in with a high I as all business, they're going to shut down. They're going to be like, oh, they're just after my money. They don't care about me. Okay. You're going to need a little energy for them. I actually do. I was just thinking about this, and sometimes like my friends that are high I, my closest friends are not high I's. But when it comes to business, last summer I bought a new car. The first salesperson was, well, this Audi, you know, it gets really good gas mileage and it has these features. And I was like, thanks for your time. And I went and found myself a high I. Someone who was like, oh, I love the Audi. I have the Q7. You should upgrade. It's just sweet. The sunroof. Oh my gosh, my kids love sticking their head out the window, you know, the sunroof. And we instantly bonded. So again, think about, and when you're out shopping, even when you're grocery shopping or at Target, the people you interact with, who do you respond to most? Is it people like you or is it people opposite? Okay. So the high I, again, you want to give them information. High I's don't like a ton of information. They want you to, and I'm going to go on the sell side here. They want you to walk around their house and compliment them on all their stuff. Say, oh my gosh, I love that picture. Where did you get that? Your kids are adorable. You have awesome taste. Oh my gosh, look at all your flowers. Do you love to garden? They want you to love them in their house. Okay. You're going to sit down and say, oh my gosh, I think this is the best house in the neighborhood. We're going to price it here. Look at the comps. Is that good with you? Okay. With a high I buyer, I am all about, when I get to know them in my consult, I'll be walking through the house saying, oh my gosh, you can have your big, huge card table here. So your Friday night poker games can be here. Snacks are right there in the kitchen. And I'm making their life fit into the house and letting them know I listen to them. Okay. And letting them know that I care, that I am interested in their life. They are not just a sale to me. Okay. Now, going on to the high S. And S's, again, are the highest population in the United States. Most people are S's. Okay, and what is the S? Again, it's stable, it's pleasant. They're not necessarily outgoing and they're not necessarily